Hello. So in the past year or so, I have found myself really enjoying and wanting more of these type of plants. We have cacti and succulents, a new love of mine. I got my first cacti, this one right here. I was feeling, I don't know, I was thinking my grandfather, and my grandfather always had cactus. He always just loved having them. He had them on his desk. He also gave me a part of his, what was it, the Texas rose, like a very common one. He gave me a part of it, like a division, and I planted it in Virginia, and it grew like crazy, but my parents destroyed it, took it out. They didn't like dealing with cactus, whatever. So a few years later, flash forward, I've started collecting more of them. So right now I have 4 cacti. I got this beauty because I saw a flower on it, and I love how white it is and how fluffy it looks. I like also how its spines actually curl at the top, so it's not as pointy and doesn't hurt you as bad as others. That's my newest addition. We have broccoli cactus over here, which just, I mean, look at it. It's just crazy. It did get destroyed by a hailstorm, or at least half of it did, but they're resilient. Another cactus. I got this beauty here. Super slow grower, but I just love those white speckles and the simplicity of it. And this beauty already has a few purple little buds starting to poke through. So it has these beautiful purple flowers. So I really enjoyed the cactus. But I also love the lithops. And these guys, you know, they're so much fun because these guys can bloom beautiful flowers too. But the mimicry, how they've evolved, how they've...
to look like rocks.
Yeah, these guys particularly have evolved to look like little rocks laying low to the ground. You know, going unnoticed by animals that might want to eat them for their delicious water and juices. Also, what's really cool, what we love about cactus, is that all of them, except for one species, I believe, one of the species can be found in Africa, but for the most part, all of your prickly cacti are going to be found in the Americas. And by that I mean from South America all the way up to Canada. I think that's pretty neat. I mean, it's a plant that's, I mean, it's not found in one area, but it's not found all over the world. Now, succulents, on the other hand, can be found in many different parts of the world. And they have adapted to grow and thrive in different environments where other plants might not do as well. I think they are just amazing and super fascinating. This one actually spiked me, but that's done. They have beautiful flowers, but the flowers are not long-lived. That's one of the downsides. The other downside would be they're very slow growing. It takes years for them to grow. Let's look here. So see where there aren't any spines? That's where the stupid straw flower was attached. So that was the top of this cacti when I first got it. But as it grew, now this is what the top should look like. And as you can see here, it's about an inch and a half probably of growth, and that's been in a year. Whole year, inch and a half. That's actually not bad. That's pretty decent growth, really. This one, on the other hand, this one has grown maybe a centimeter in a year. So, depending on the cacti, certain hybrids are going to be faster growers and faster bloomers than others. What else do I love about these plants? I think they're so cool. I think they just look so weird and they're so funky. I mean, this one I love because it kind of reminded me of coral. like that you'd find in the ocean. This one, I mean, look at those crazy leaves with their little stringy bits that are not spiky at all. I just thought that was so cool. They're just really neat. They're like works of art. Just the plant itself. You don't even have to wait for the blooms. Like, you can just sit there and enjoy the beauty of these plants. The other thing I love about them that's better than orchids, propagation. So propagation with these plants can be done so much easier than these orchids. Oh, you can do with three main ways. You could do a cutting, you can grow from seed, but you can also get a division. But that takes a really long time. Here I had gotten a leaf, just one little leaf, and now I have a little baby plant growing from that one leaf. And that's pretty easy. That's awesome. This one also I grew from one leaf. And this one is also from a leaf cutting. You can actually get 2 plants from one leaf, which is pretty cool. But it's so easy. And it's just like all you need is water and light and a little bit of heat. And then you can grow from seeds. These little guys, I bought these seeds on eBay. And these little seedlings are about a year old. They're growing their second group of leaves. I also have some cactus in here. See my 3 little cactus? Growing those little guys from seeds. Very slow growing. Yeah, they're slow growing, but you can do it with little to no effort, where orchids, you need to have all sorts of weird stuff, but with these guys, you just throw them on some dirt. Don't even bury them. Just sprinkle the tiny seeds on the dirt, and you'll get little teeny tiny babies right there. So I enjoy that a lot. I love watching plants grow. It's really cool. And you can't do that with orchids. Unfortunately, it'd be great if you could. But that's one of the reasons why these plants, cactus and succulents, are cheap. It's because they're easy to grow. And they're fun to grow. But I've had some really nice growth from my little seeds, and I have more seeds coming. So I'll be doing, I think I got some cactus seeds and some more, yeah, I think I got cactus seeds. But I'll be doing more cuttings too, or propagating by leaf. So there really isn't any other plant quite like these plants. Oh, it's sad that the blooms do not last long, but they're still beautiful and really fun. The other thing is I had the opportunity to see many cactus and well, how do you say cacti is plural, cactus, whatever. I saw many growing in the wild in Baja, Mexico. I saw a few succulents as well, but not these ones. I saw some agave there in bloom. It was amazing seeing the agave in full bloom. Just, you know, I live in the Americas, so I can actually see these plants in their native habitat. I mean, I have to travel, but they're still there. So that's kind of exciting for me because I've only seen one orchid in the wild, and that was this white one that grows here in the Sierra Nevadas. And I was like super excited when I saw it, but I can see so many different cactus out there in the wild. I've been growing mine in a clay pot with the leca beads, which are also a clay. And I found that to be a really great way to grow them. Lets them dry out real fast. Water is never an issue. Can't really overwater them in this. And the problem is there isn't much nutrients to these beads, so I really should fertilize more often than I do, but I don't. I'll do that in another video. But anyways, having had the chance to see these plants, succulents and cacti in their native habitats has really given me a whole different perspective on them, and has really helped me appreciate them more in a way. So they're cheap, they're easy to grow. What more could you want? Thanks for watching.